Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So, Dagim will join us soon for the live stream. We'll just give a few more minutes for the others to join. And this actually makes me happy because in the meantime, most of the aides are here now. In no matter of a few minutes, the other students are going to join. All right. So everyone, please try to turn on your camera. I know it's going to be having a huge bandwidth on the internet, but it'd be nice to look at your faces as well. Tasfai has joined us as well. Tasish, welcome. Right, awesome. Let's all give maybe like a bunch of emojis. Let's react, everyone. I'm really excited to see you guys here. It's an honor to have you here, everyone. Okay. So in the meantime, let's start with the daily updates. So to give you a brief description of what a daily update is where you get to share how you spent your day, how everything went. And then you might as well introduce yourself because it's going to be the first meeting. For the next 1 and 6 months, we're going to be meeting almost on a daily basis, except on Sundays and maybe Wednesdays as well. But please try to turn on your camera as well. Thank you. I hope this session is being recorded, so make sure the other heads make sure you're recording the session. So let me just introduce myself. My name is Galeta. I'm the head of Academy for Remote Education, and we're going to be having a great year ahead of us. I promise you that. So to just give you a brief intro to how I spent my day, I spent it at the office the whole day, preparing for this session, arranging stuff when it comes to the remote education. So it was a very busy day, I would say, because I had to jump between multiple squads. I had to check on some of the heads, their tasks, and a lot of tasks. And now I'm joining the session. It's full energy. We have 145 people in the meeting, but we expect the numbers to increase to 200, hopefully, because we're accepting 230 plus people for G6 education, which I would say is the biggest intake ever we've done for remote education. So that's my day. For the next person, I am going to nominate, let me nominate someone. Muhammad Ahmed. You've turned on your camera as well, so that's awesome. So everyone also turn on your cameras in the meantime. Could you introduce yourself, where you're from, how you spent your day?
So my name is Mohammed Ahmed. I'm from Tunisia. I joined my last year of engineering. So for me, I spent my day usually right now at least studying maths and understanding more about artificial intelligence, which is my, my favorite domain, I guess. And yes, I'm very excited to learn from you guys. Thank you.
Awesome, Muhammad. Can you also nominate someone else? Maybe they could also introduce themselves.
Yes, Almond. I'm seeing it.
Hi.
Hi, Almond. Can you hear us? I think you got nominated.
Yep.
I can hear you.
You said Ayman. Okay.
I said,
You said Ayman, I'm sorry.
no, I'm sorry.
I thought you said Almond. All right.
I said Almond. I'm sorry. Because he was having a camera, so I just told you.
Okay. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Ayman Fakir. I am 21 years old. Today I just did some work as Mohammed said. I'm from Tunisia also. As Mohammed said, I also like artificial intelligence data science, so I did some work early in the morning. The rest of the day was I spent it resting because it's my holiday today, so I spent it watching anime, honestly. That's it.
Do you have a favorite anime, Ayman?
Yeah,
Naruto.
Hunter.
All right.
I'm a big Hunter fan.
Nice. In that case, I think let's go to Almond for this because he was going to speak. So Almond, Kirutu. All right, you're nominated. Could you share about yourself?
Hi. I'm Almond. I'm a final year student, so I spent my day attending my lectures. Yeah, that was pretty much it. And joined the A2SV hub.
Almond, where are you from?
I'm from Kenya.
You are from Kenya. Very nice. Not far from here. Thank you. And when are you going to graduate?
December this year.
This year, December. So at the end of 2025.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, good luck last year.
Thank you.
Awesome, Almond. Maybe you might even pay us a visit if you're that close, if you're neighbor in Kenya. So can you nominate someone, Almond, so that they could share their how they spend their day?
Yeah. Let me John Mwanzia.
Oh. All right. John, you nominated John.
Yeah, John.
All right, John, can you hear us? I think Emery, we're having an issue. Like the meeting is full, 150 people capacity, I guess.
Yes, Geleta. So when you were talking about 200 something people, I was going to say, hey, are you sure? Because Google Meet has this limitation. One invite has the capacity of 150. Geleta, what I would recommend, I think this is getting broadcasted on YouTube as well. So let's share the YouTube link in our groups so that people who are not capable of joining, they can capture the action from YouTube.
All right, sure, definitely. Just give me a second. I will share with them. I guess this is a problem, but at the same time a blessing, I would say, because it's our first time. You know, I've been a remote head for the past 1 year, but I've never faced this kind of issues, having lots of people in the same session. So,
very cool. I'm happy that we full the capacity. All right, Geleta, while you are working on it, we can continue getting some updates from our members. So team, maybe let's not be limited to what we have done today. So what do you want to share about yourself? We can take this as an opportunity to get to know each other a bit. Like today, we are welcoming people from 26 African countries. So we have different faces, different cultures, different languages. And it would be really nice to learn a little bit more about each other. So in that case, don't take any limits in terms of what you are going to say. But while Geleta is informing other members to follow the YouTube link, let's get to know each other a bit further. So how about you, Bamlak? Bamlak, where are you joining our team? How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Bamlak. I'm born in Addis, in Ethiopia, and I study IT. I'm in my 3rd year. Today, I was working the whole day with my group on our graduation project, and that's what I did. And I drank a lot of coffee.
Very nice. Which school are you attending?
I attend Eastern Mediterranean University. It's in North Cyprus.
It's in North Cyprus?
Yeah.
So you are in Cyprus now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you took me back in time. Like about 10 years ago, I have been to North Cyprus. And like a friend of mine, he's at the army. And the day that we visited him, he had a car crash. So he lost his short-term memory. So like, imagine we go to hospital, spend 2 hours with him, we leave, and in 10 minutes he calls us, "Hey, Emre, where are you guys? When are you coming?" Like his short-term memory was gone. But we had a great time. I hope you are enjoying it. How long have you been there?
Yeah. Right now, 3 years. Yeah.
Beautiful. Did you pick up any Turkish?
A little. It's very small.
A little? Oh,
Yeah.
there are people in Addis Ababa speaking Turkish.
Yes.
They come from the movies, TV series.
Yeah, that's when I come back, that's what I plan to do, speak Turkish a bit.
Very cool. Well, very nice to meet you, Bamlak. Welcome to the ship. Who would you like to nominate next?
I will nominate Manar Mukri. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Manar.
Manar Migri.
Yeah.
Yes. Manar?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
can you
we
hear
can.
me, guys? Hi, nice to meet you, of course. I'm Manar, I'm from Tunisia. I'm 23 years old. Currently, I'm in my 2nd year of computer science engineering. I study in National Engineering School of Tunis. And yeah, I think that's all.
Thank you very much, Manar. Who would you like to nominate next?
Let's see Muhammad Ibrahim. I don't know.
Muhammad
Here's
Ibrahim. Muhammad Ibrahim, can you hear us? You are muted, Muhammad.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so hi guys, my name is Mohammed Ibrahim. I'm currently an intern. I just graduated last year, and I'm so excited to be here today just to know each and I don't know if I'm gonna know each and every one of you guys, but the people who are gonna be in my team, we got this. We better do everything that we need to do. Yeah. Thanks, Emre.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Mohammed. And Galeta, shall we get started or do you need more time?
Yeah, we can get started, Emre.
All
Let me
right.
just share my screen.
If there's anybody who wants to say anything, team, because otherwise the flow is going to start. Yes, Sani.
Okay, thanks everyone. So my name is Sani. I'm currently a high school student, grade 10 student, and I'm happy to be here and to have you all here. It's really an incredible opportunity. And thanks to everyone, thanks to Emre, Galata, and everyone who's here. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Sani. It's our pleasure to have you. Team, as you see, like from graduated people to high school people, our doors are open. While we were running the interviews, age was not a parameter. Correct me if I'm wrong, Geleta. While we were sorting people, was there any signal like age?
No, it was never the case.
Beautiful. And everybody in the ship, like this wasn't easy. It's quite competitive to get this opportunity from A2SV because it's free, high quality tech education. And in that regard, exciting times. And I see one more hand, John.
Okay, hello guys. My name is John Mwanzia, and I was nominated by Almond to talk, and I had some net issues, but I'm ready to talk now. So the fun thing, Almond is my classmate. I'm from Kenya, and we are at the same school, and we tried to join and apply for this A2SV program, and the good thing is we both managed to be allowed to join this program, and I really believe that we are going to go far with this program, and let's hope everything will be all good. Yeah.
John, thank you very much for your good wishes, brother.
Yeah.
Welcome to the ship.
Okay.
Very nice. And Bob Kerr.
Okay, hello everybody, can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to say thank you to the whole team of A2SV, and thank you for all the efforts that you put on the quality of this program. Thank you for Morocco. I think I'm the only Moroccan here. By the way, my name is Awa Boukar, and I'm a software engineering student at the final year in the National School of Applied Science, and that's it. I just want to say thank you for all the efforts that you put on the program. Thank you.
Boukar, you are very welcome. Which city are you in?
I'm from Marrakesh. By the way, I have met the team that come to Marrakesh last year to the GITEX Africa.
Yes.
And I got a notebook. I got a notebook from the A2SV team there. They are very nice.
Beautiful. So team,
thank you.
Please pray so that we will get the funding, and then we will send notebooks to all remote education people. We will attend GITEX Africa 2025 and visit Marrakesh again. So
yes, you're welcome to Marrakesh.
Thank you. And it's a lovely. Anybody, if you have an opportunity, I strongly recommend. It's really beautiful. food, people, culture, the sand color of the buildings.
Yeah,
Lovely.
definitely. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks. And next up, hi, Alom.
Hi everyone. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
So I'm Hayelom. I'm from Ethiopia. So in Addis, I have graduated in software engineering before 2 years. I think I might be the senior one here. I don't know, from those who introduce themselves here. So
Trust me, you are not.
Sorry.
You are not. You are not the senior one. Trust me.
Nice, nice. That gave me a comfort. Trust me, I wasn't comfortable first. Anyways, I was happy to meet you all. Especially, it was my dream to meet all Africans at one platform because we needed to have a little bit of a collection of group as Africans. It was my dream. Now, thanks to A2SV, I met you all. So I'm hoping we'll have a good journey together, even in the future for networking purpose from different parts of Africa. If we share this one, it's a lot of resource. Thank you, everyone. This is what I want to share.
Hi, Alom. Thank you very much. You are making a great point. Our connection with each other is very important. And if you are a senior, am I a dinosaur? Like, do you have a title for me?
No. There's like nowadays we have like the generation naming like Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and something. So I'm trying to find my position too. So.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. All right, team. Maybe last but not least, Abenezer, let's hear you too, and then we can get started.
Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Avinizar Fakadu. I'm originally from Ethiopia. At this time, I'm studying information technology in the University of Eastern Finland. And I'm very happy to be a part of this journey. And I'm very much a fan of Ethiopian coffee. Yeah, and Ethiopian food and Ethiopian people. And everyone else.
Well,
thank you very much, Sandy. All right, team.
Abenezer, you have a question, I guess. Somebody's asking if she was in AIT.
Yeah. I was at AIT before coming to Finland. I attended like freshman course and pre-engineering course at AIT.
You're saying we played basketball together?
Yeah.
All right.
I even played basketball with Emre at some Saturday. I was always on the basketball court.
Beautiful. Well, I hope next time you come, you will stop by at our HQ as well, Abenezer. It would be our pleasure to have you.
I will definitely do that.
As we see from Abeni example, our doors are open for Africans all over the world. So, Geleta, maybe you can tell us a bit more from which countries that are not in Africa we have students at the moment.
Currently, we only represent 26 people with 26 countries with our remote education. I will maybe prepare a post. I don't know the other countries, the rest of the countries off the top of my head. But just as a good news for people who are only representing one person, maybe, or two people from your country, we're going to be reaching out to you soon. So what we want you guys to do is to reach out to some of your friends, some of your colleagues for an interview opportunity. So we want to offer them an interview opportunity if you're all alone from your country, or, if you're just representing your country by yourself. And we want to still have an opening for those people. So we'll be reaching out to you this week as well. But I think we can proceed to the presentation, Emre.
Yes, please.
All right.
Geleta, you are muted.
Yeah, I'm trying to share my screen, so just give me a second in that case.
Take your time.
All right. I hope you guys can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Right. Everyone, welcome to A2SV's Generation 6 remote kickoff. So this is the Remote Education Generation 6 kickoff, January 27th, 2025. Before we continue, for everyone who has actually made it here, I would like to show my deep appreciation, because it was not easy, because we had 4,000 plus people who were interested for this position, to be in the seat that you're sitting on. So which means out of the 4,000 people, you are the 200 best selected students. So yeah, give yourself some round of applause, because you earned it. That's amazing. Okay, so with that said, let's continue. So the outline today, we're going to be starting from our guest speakers, which will be sharing their experience, whatever they want to share with you, what they have passed through, because we have very experienced people joining us today. We'll be announcing who they are and what their role is at A2SV. And then we're going to be discussing about what A2SV is, some facts about A2SV, the impact stories that A2SV has, the different education programs, because we're not just a remote education program. We also have in-person education. We've got community education. We're also going to be discussing about second year at A2SV, and we're going to be having experience sharing, extracurricular activities, meeting the team, conclusive remarks, and finally questions and answers. All right. With that said, let's have the opening speech from Emre and Akash. So Emre is our CEO and founder at A2SV. He started this journey for us around 5 years ago, and you can see we've already educated more than 800 people. And Akash is a very experienced developer and CTO at a huge company, and he's a technology advisor at A2SV. So Emre, would you like to go first and give us the opening speech?
Thank you very much, Geleta. And we are going to be making this more conversational with Akash. So instead of one after another, we really want to share, what A2SV means for us, what we have achieved, and what's coming in the next step. So team, first off, Akash, I think we can get started with the introductions. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you well. Can you hear me well as well?
Yes, loud and clear. So Akash, it's a pleasure to be working with you. Personally, I'm learning a lot as your peer, and I'm sure our teammates are sharing the same feeling. So can you tell us a bit more? What did you do in your career to bring yourself to this point?
Yeah. So first of all, I want to start by saying hi to everyone and congratulations for getting this far as well. If I don't want to burst your bubble, I think the real challenge will start now. I think you're going to have a lot of fun, but also going to hit your head against the wall a couple of times, which is a good sign. So when it comes to my experience, I'll tell you three things. Number one is my education. I did study software engineering, and then I took my master's degree in software engineering, and then a master's minor in enterprise integrated systems. I'm translating to Portuguese. And from there, I started working. I started as a mobile developer, a native mobile developer. So I was developing apps for Android. Then I moved into hybrid development. And then from that moment on, I started managing teams, managing the client, and eventually got to where I am today, which is managing an engineering and product department at a Nigerian company. And also working as a technology advisor now at A2SV. Point number two is talking about the areas that I worked on. The two biggest areas that I worked on was e-commerce and also, I would say, let's say e-commerce as the biggest area. And in the context of e-commerce, fashion as well. A lot of my professional experience came from there. And since it's a very fast-moving and fast-paced area to work on, I got in touch with a lot of amazing projects in augmented reality in the very early days, AI obviously, developing some LLMs as well. But most of all, the thing that never changes is always taking care of the architectural part. So dealing with the code, dealing with the systems architecture is something that I love doing, to be honest. So it helps a lot. But also talking to people from product and other departments. Basically, if you want to look at what I like to do, which is my third point, is always making sure that developers are not seen anymore as these weird people that live underground, just drinking their Coca-Colas and Fantas while they're programming. There's a lot more that it's demanded by a developer nowadays. A lot of soft skills, wouldn't you say, Emre? Wouldn't you agree with that?
Oh, 100%. Indeed, I was going to ask you as a follow-up question. When you were at the beginning of your career, did you see yourself when you're now about 35? So, did you see yourself getting there at the beginning of your career, or was that just a dream?
It was kind of a dream. I had a vision, and I like to plan my steps very, very thoroughly as well. But the truth is, doesn't matter how you plan it, you need to have two very important things. Number one is you need to be open, and you need to be open to talking to other people. Communication is super important. I'll emphasize this every time that I'm in any meeting with you guys. Communication is paramount. And the second thing is knowing what you're doing. You need to be confident of what you're doing. Don't get into a room without knowing what you're going to present. If it's your presentation, if it's your code, if it's your job, make sure that you own it. You can say proudly, it's mine. I think these two things got me really far. Got me where I am right now. I'm still ambitious. I think I want to go a little bit higher still.
100%. As you know, sky is not the limit. We can definitely go beyond. Very cool. And Akash, you mentioned two important things. Number one, doing things with high quality, right? Whenever something is your output, see this as a part of your body. Is there anybody who wants to go out without looking at the mirror? Imagine, you have a very important date tonight, so she may be the love of your life. So do you want to go without looking at the mirror? I wouldn't say so.
No,
right?
Definitely not. Exactly.
Yes. And the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So in that regard, put high quality bars to yourself. One of the main issues I observe in, let's say, young talent we start working with, not doing a self-review. Before submitting something important, ask yourself, is this your best? So the quality part is very important. The earlier you get this in your life, the higher you are going to reach. Because your output quality is going to be significantly better than your peers. You will get the promotions, whereas the others are still getting stuck in the lower levels. And the second important point you are making, Akash, is communication. So especially when we are working with the teams, right? How many people are you managing? How much of a communication happening in your day-to-day life at the moment?
In my case, so I'm managing 165 engineers in the engineering department, plus another 50 to 60 product managers. And when I say engineers, I'm including quality assurance engineers as well, and I'm including UI UX designers in this context as well. So we're talking about dealing with over 200 people, and everything is always on fire, right? I mean, this is what we live for. So when it comes to communication, it's very important that you understand how to communicate with different people from different departments, even from different cultures. It's very important. You need to understand that people react differently to the same thing, the things you say. And the second thing is exactly what you said when it comes to quality of work, because everyone that you manage, everyone will see your standard as the one they define. So if I am able to accept poor quality work, they will set that as their boundary. So I'm influencing 220 people into believing that poor quality work is okay within a company. So I would say if it starts from you, if you define your own high standards and you look at what you've done, I think one of the amazing ways that you can define whether you've become evolved in your career is looking back, looking at the code you've done, the product that you have built, the architectures that you have set before. Look at it and thinking, oh, I could do much better now. If this is how you see it, then you're going the right way, because it's impossible for you to evolve and look at back and think, yeah, this is amazing, and it's still amazing. It's impossible. Things evolve to such an extent that, I mean, if I look back to things that I've built, I would cringe a little bit, but at the same time, I would be proud knowing that that was my best at the time. But always keep on raising the bar. That would definitely be a piece of advice I would give you guys.
Very cool. Thank you, Akash. So my next question is, I think many people in the room may have this on their minds, because we are incoming software engineers, right? And some of the very important CEOs in the world are saying that coding is dead. So coding is not software engineering. Software engineering is bigger than coding. Exactly. And I'm really curious about your opinion here. How do you think our new members can navigate in such times and still be very productive and valuable for potential employers?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. I would tend to say coding is dead. I would agree to a very small extent to it. It is true in the sense of anything that comes as a junior result, anything that comes as a poor quality work, it will definitely be replaced easily with AI. So anything that you see now that doesn't suit the standards of a company will be replaced. So if you see yourself as a coder or only a programmer, then I would watch out and look for other alternatives in your life. If you look yourself as a software engineer, you're not dead, not even close. Actually, you're very much necessary at this point, because one thing is it's telling someone how to do a solution, another one is thinking about that solution. And this is what software engineers do, or engineers in general. They find solutions. And one of the things that you need to do is constantly keep on finding solutions to your problems, constantly. Even if you found one, you keep on thinking about finding another one better. So when it comes to coding used to be its own language. So people, not everyone would be able to code. Now it's not true. So now it became more of a common, more of a standard. No matter what code you use, no matter what programming language you use, you will find someone that knows at the same level, or it can get to that point very fast. But the way you think about code, that is very important. That will set you aside. That will make you stand out for sure.
Thank you very much, Akash. Like, you are making a great point. So I like to make an analogy about this situation. Like, when I was younger, I was playing first-person shooting games. So for our generation, it was like Half-Life, Counter-Strike. Yes, I think for the new generation, like Call of Duty. So imagine, guys, when I was playing games, Call of Duty was not supporting multiplayer. But so, like, you have in those games some weapons, right? And you pay different money for different weapons. So if you are doing well, you make more budget, you get more expensive weaponry. And usually they are better. So with generative AI, the game has changed very dramatically. Because now we have a very cheap weapon, which is available to everybody. It is so powerful. Like, you can replace companies, you can replace software as a service systems. It's so powerful, but it's not super easy to use. Like, as humanity, we are just learning it because it's a very new weapon. But whoever have been working on them, utilizing them, that's what we are hearing. 2025 is labeled as the year of agentic AI. So we are going to see AI agents that are replacing some people, some software as a service, let's say, companies. So it will be very interesting. But remember, we are the software engineers. So we are the closest people to this technology in comparison to other parts of society. So would a doctor utilize generative AI better than you do? How about a fireman? How about an English teacher? So yes, coding, the machines are getting better and better in that, right? But we are more than coding. Don't forget that. So train yourself as a technologist. See yourself as not only even software engineer, but a potential tech entrepreneur. Because building got a lot easier, a lot faster. So you can produce higher quality in a shorter time. And it always is about perspective, right? You can look at the same picture. Like, again, another great example for this. 2 shoe salespeople, they come to Africa. So the first one, after landing and then seeing that nobody is wearing shoes, calling back their headquarters. Boss, I told you, there is no market in Africa. Nobody has shoes here, I'm coming back. And then the second sales guy, he gets off the plane, he looks at exactly the same picture, nobody is wearing shoes. And then he calls back, boss, you have no idea. You are not gonna believe. Nobody is wearing shoes here. The whole market is open. Like they are looking at the same picture. So I really recommend, as technologists, see generative AI as such a powerful tool and take advantage of it. So at A2SV, we are always open for new technologies, embedding them into our curriculum as well as development. Tomorrow, we are going to hire engineers for our core development team. And in our interviews, everything is open. So it's available. You can develop with it. Why are we going to not allow you to use it during the interviews? Because now the game is not about how much you can do without support. The game is all about how much you can do given all these tools, including generative AI. So don't be afraid. And the last point I want to touch, so great things take time, take energy. So Akai said this at the beginning, right? Say, if you think that that's it, you are in and now the effort times are over. No, this is just the beginning. So with the football analogy, at the end of this program, you guys are going to play in Premier League. If somebody comes and tells, hey, you are going to play in Premier League in 2 weeks, that's a false hope. Don't go after that. It takes time, energy, hard work, smart work. But what I can tell you, you have what you need. You have great educators who have gone through this program, and they have also gone through rigorous interviews to take those seats. There were many A2SV grads who were looking to join education squad, and like you guys went through the, let's say, rigorous interview program, they did the same thing. It was very competitive, and they are here. Akash and I, like, we gave our years in the technology world. Like, we are around 35. And we have some people, maybe around 25, talking about, oh, we are the most senior here. So, like, those 10 years are not going to come back. You know, there is no way we can go back to 25 or earlier. And if you utilize your opportunity, you can learn by reflection. You can hear from us things that we have learned through our life experience and our lifetime. We can give it to you for free instantly. But it's in your hands to take advantage of it. So when I was in the earlier times of my career, Akash, I don't think I was utilizing my resources well. You know, but my university, high school, people I knew in my network. So if you were joining A2SV today with your current level of experience, like how would you utilize? Like, do you have any concrete advices for our new members?
Oh, I have three very clear ones that I keep on thinking that I should have done back then. And I'm doing it now, actually. I'm going back to these people. So number one is, if I'm curious about something, or if I want to know more about anything, go to these senior people. Come to me, come to Emre, come to Galeta, go to people that have been through such an amount, a crazy amount of experience that can tell you and give you steps for you to beware and look out for as well. That is number one. Go and listen, actually listen to experienced people. Number two is be open to learn. And look, and this is very important, especially for everyone that's here. You guys came out of 4,000 and now you're 230, about 230 if I'm not mistaken. This means that you guys are, in fact, you went through a great process to be here. It doesn't mean you're the best of the best. So be humble. That's my second point. Know when to take criticism, know when to absorb it, and do not take it personally. None of this is going to be about you. It's going to be about the work that you produce. So my second point is very clear. Detach yourself from what you're doing. Because if someone is criticizing your code, they're not saying that you suck. They're saying that this can be improved. So look at it as an area of improvement. And number three, this is going to be intense. And everyone here is going to go through the same thing. I would say this is an amazing opportunity for you to create connections, build friendships. Take that part as well, because this is studies. It's true. You're going to go through a very intense amount of work, but you're going to have people next to you that can help you. They can support you. So don't look at people that are next to you as your enemies. Look at them as your partners, people that you're going to suffer together through a lot of things, and you're going to have a lot of fun. I can guarantee you that for sure. But I hope you were taking notes. These three are the three things that I would go back and do it more fiercely.
Thank you very much, Akash. And the last point I want to highlight is actually what you have said by the end. You said, I wish you are taking notes. Team, and my last point is, like, you are human, I am human, we are all human. And we forget things. It's very normal for many different reasons. So words, they fly. But if you write it down, or if you record it, like, it can be video as well, whichever way you want to do that. But if something is important, write it down. Otherwise, there is some chance that you may forget about that. Like, there is nobody, I haven't met any single person, and it's not just me, like, they do scientific studies. They ask people some questions about an event. So let's say, example I read was about 9/11, like in the US, the terrorist attack. So they get people who have been there or who have their members suffered during the attack. And they ask them the same questions with 6 months of intervals. And in every 6 months, the story is changing. It's becoming more heroic in the way of people we love. So we say that time heals, right? So that's exactly what's happening in the mind, So nothing stays the same. Your memory is not like computer's memory. It's not perfect, so write it down if something is important. Like, this will definitely improve the quality of work, your productivity. You're going to feel better about yourself. So from the beginning, don't let the words fly. Write them down if they are important. Well, I hope you enjoyed, team. It was a pleasure on my end. And Akash, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Emre and Akash. Let's all give them a round of applause. And let's continue to the presentation. All right. So after the great opening speech, we're going to be continuing to who we are. So A2SV is a nonprofit organization that is a tech academy and an incubator. So we do tech academy, we teach tech, but we also are project incubators. So our students, our graduates, are currently working on some great products, which hopefully we're going to be releasing them soon. And some of them are still in production as well. So our motto is talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not. So we are trying to gap the bridge between talent and opportunity. So technically, as a whole, I know it's a lot to like it takes lots of words to explain A2SV, but in brief, we can actually speak some of the core factors like this. And let's discuss about why we do this. So one, the first thing we do this is because digital transformation is going to bring better life for Africans and for everyone involved. And that means we're going to be needing African tech talent to build for Africa within Africa. So we don't just want to move people from Africa to abroad, top tech companies, but we also want Africans to be like Google caliber Africans to start working for Africa as well. So that way we can actually use digital transformation in order to bring better life for Africa, which explains why we do everything that we have been doing, everything that we've been providing. And you may ask, how are we doing this? So the first thing that we do is mostly we partner with top African universities to access talent. So to start the education with A2SV partnered with Addis Ababa University in Ethiopia initially, but then it expanded its reach to Addis Ababa as to Adama as to in Ethiopia. And also we have an in-person education in Ghana, in University of Ghana in Legon campus. So after we partner with those top African universities, we're going to be recruiting students, and then we're going to be giving them free education. And that way we can actually upskill talent with after-school studies. And finally, we're going to be placing them into Google, Bloomberg, Databricks, and Palantir. So these are our partner companies, our partner top tech companies. But we have actually noticed that this is not, it's not actually scaling to the extent that we want, because in order to create in-person education in all of Africa, it's going to take a while. And we know that the requirement for talent and the upskilling talent is not something that we can actually sleep on. We have to do it immediately, which actually brings our core solution, which is going to be our remote education program, which every single one of you are part of now. So it's just the same process. The only difference is just the setting. And we're planning to actually add a few in-person touch into our remote education. We'll be announcing them soon once we have baked the details on those. So that's how we do upskilling the talent and everything that's involved in it. So the A2SV life cycle is you're supposed to be an African, and then you go through our community education. So once you learn community education, you're gonna learn DSA, data structures and algorithms, and then we can actually part ways to either, if you're from our partner universities, you're gonna be going to the in-person education path. But if you're not part of the partner, or if you're not a student at our partner university, then you will have to go to our remote education. But either way, whether you go through the remote education or whether it is the in-person education, our goal is one is to get you hired, to not just get you hired in top tech companies, but for you to use your minds and your brains for the empowerment of Africans, for Africa, and for the digital transformation of Africa. And as you can see, once you get to Google, Amazon, LinkedIn, you might even be hired at A2SV, because, for example, I was a previous student at A2SV. Now I'm working at A2SV, Palantir, Meta. After that, we don't just want you to stay there. We want you to bring digital projects. Through digital projects, we want you to have an impact on Africa. And we want you to work for Africa and empower other African students as well. So that is, as a whole, in brief, the A2SV life cycle. Just to share some stats about our social media, we've got 28,000 plus followers. This is how big our community is when it comes to LinkedIn, when it comes to Telegram as well. We've got lots of followers, and we've had 5 generations, around 730 plus students. Actually, the 730 plus, I don't think it's exact, because now after counting, it's actually 800 plus students. We've had 20 groups, which is a lot in combination. But just so you know, as a stats for remote education, just this year, we actually have 12 groups now by itself. That's just double. That's a lot. That's a lot of numbers to educate in just 1 year. So those are some of the impressive stats. And we have had offers, 33 plus offers from Google, 30 plus offers from Palantir, Bloomberg. So in total, it's around 60 plus offers. But lately, we've also been receiving some offers. And I'm assuming that the number is actually reached to 70 plus offers. This data does not include the few weeks back, the offers that we've had a few weeks back. And I also heard like 2 or 3 days ago, somebody got an offer from Bloomberg. So that's so those are the offers. And just to give you some highlights for A2SVians all over the world, Tadele Nekacho is currently working at Google in Accra. Bamnet Zaudu, he actually almost was going to join today's session. He's currently working in Databricks in Amsterdam, Netherlands. I had the honor to meet him in person today at the office. Aiden, she's working at Palantir. Samara is working at Google, and just many more. These are just very select few of people who pass through the A2SV education program and currently working at different top tech companies. And you'll also get a chance to meet a previous remote head of education that actually got an offer from Google as well. He's part of this meeting now, so he's gonna be sharing his experience. All right, so let's discuss some of the educations that we have. The first one is community education. It's a gateway for A2SV education, and we have 1,000 plus showed interest in the program. And 3 divisions according to student skills, so like Div 1, Div 2, Div 3, based on their contest performance. We have those kind of stuff, and then we teach them basic data structures and algorithms through our community education. And it's a pathway to actually either our remote or our in-person education program. And the top performers are promoted into their remote or into in-person education 3 times a year. So Initially, we just had an opening last time, but now after a few months, we're going to be having these 3 openings that we stated here from the community education. So please make sure to reach out to your friends, your classmates, to join the community education, because it's the gateway to A2SV for the next 1 year at least, because we've already opened the application for everyone, received 4,000 plus interested applicants, and we selected 230 plus people. And now for the rest, throughout the year, we're going to be having around 3 openings, and we're going to be selecting them from our community education students. All right. So when it comes to in-person education, it's currently operational in 3 universities in Ethiopia: Addis Ababa University, AIT, Addis Ababa Science and Technology University, and Adama Science and Technology University. And we also have 1 university in Ghana. And it's a 1-year intensive training in data structures and algorithm, but it's just not 1 year. Just like remote has second-year education, in-person education has an optional second-year education in which people can join and work on their project development when it comes to front-end, back-end, mobile application development, UI, UX, product designs, you name it, we got it. I would say that. So we got project-based software development after the first year, and during the first year as well, we have a project phase for a matter of 2 months. We have trained 600 plus through our in-person education so far, and we have successfully placed our students at top tech companies, and we can guarantee that we're going to continue to do so as well. So to continue to the education that brings every single one of us here, currently we are present in 20 plus countries across 12 remote groups, 16 in Africa and 6 outside of Africa. So it's a 1-year rigorous training tailored for remote education. So you guys are going to be learning through Google Meet like this, but in a smaller groups, of course, not like this. And it's going to be a project-based software development with best practices, not just data structures and algorithm. But at the end of the first year, I will discuss about the second year later on. You're also going to be learning project development, like I mentioned, all the tech stacks that you want. And we have 200 plus trained through remote education. Even like last year, while learning, one of our students actually had an offer from IBM. She's from Kenya. She got an offer from IBM as an intern to work at IBM as well. So I would say the future is brighter for you guys. All right. So to continue, let's discuss about A2SV's first year program phase, especially for remote education. So now by the end of January, we're going to be starting our onboarding phase, which is going to be lasting for a month. And we expect it to finish maybe around the end of February. And then after like a 1-week break, we're going to be starting our first year education. I will be discussing every single step here. And then from March to April, it's just going to be first year education phase. After maybe a 1-week break, we're going to be starting our first education camp. We will discuss every single thing that's pinpointed here. I just wanted to give you guys the whole plan. So from April to May, we have the first camp. After a few breaks, again, we're going to be starting our second education phase on June, and it's going to be lasting until the end of August. It's going to be around 13 weeks, so it's a bit demanding and a bit tiresome, but it's very important. And after a 1-week break, we're going to be starting our final camp, or in other words, our second camp, which will last for about 6 weeks. And then after 1-week break, again, we're going to be starting our project phase. So during our project phase, you will be working on some enterprise level projects of your own, or we can also develop some products and then we can work on those. So for the project phase as well, you get to work on different tech stacks based on your preference and your performance. You get to work on different front-end tech stacks such as Next.js or Vue. And when it comes to backend, you might work on Golang, Express, and also different Python frameworks. And when it comes to mobile application, we basically use Flutter at A2SV. So you get to work on those tech stacks. And if you also want to work on UI UX design, if you also want to work on product development, project phase is where that will happen. And last but not least, we are going to be having the interview season starting from November and December. Actually, the interview and the project phase kind of overlaps, especially around the end, because October, November, are mostly the interview phases for top tech companies at Bloomberg and Google. So basically, we're going to be starting the interview phase around the mid of the project phase, but we do the major interview activities during November and December. So to give you every detailed highlight of what we do during the onboarding phase, which is currently you are in the onboarding phase, which is going to be lasting for the next 4 weeks. Like I said, it's going to be lasting for 4 weeks, and we're going to be teaching you some basic data structures. We're going to be onboarding you to Python, because the main programming language we're going to be using either for contest or also for anything related to data structures and algorithm is going to be Python. So some of you might have experience, some of you might not have experience. I'm sorry, is someone raising their hand? Yes, Iman.
Can I use another language, maybe C++, to solve the contest, or I must learn Python?
Oh, so I understand the concern that some of you are more comfortable with different other programming language like C++, especially during contests. Those are they have some benefits to offer when it comes to contest as well, because some Python is a bit slow. I understand that, but we are not just teaching you to become good competitive programmers. We're trying to prepare you for interviews, and during interviews, you can use C++, but it's going to be, you're also going to be worried about the syntax instead of just solving the problem. And during interviews, we don't want you to focus on the syntax. We just want you to focus on solving the problem. So we want you to be better problem solvers so that you can ace the top tech company interviews. So we do not recommend you to use other programming language. Instead, we want to onboard you to Python, because our main goal, like I said, is not to make you guys better competitive programmers, is to make you guys better for top tech company interviews. I hope that's clear. So we're going to be using Python. Yes, Shad Al-Said. I hope I'm pronouncing it.
I was wondering if there is any kind of filtration or something like this midway, like if you don't get a good score in some contest, or if you don't go according to the plan or the phase, then you're going to be filtered or something like that.
Oh, all right. So one thing we want you to know is this: we do not punish anyone at A2SV. We do not punish anyone because of performance. What we want you to do is to do your best during the contest, to do your best solving problems. But this does not mean we do not punish people who don't abide by the A2SV policy. So we have some policies like attendance. We want people who actually attend our sessions. If you have very low attendance, then that's going to have a bad effect on you, and you're just taking somebody's spot. Consistency. We want people, it doesn't matter how many problems you solve, but we want people who are consistent every single day solving problems. So when I say we're not going to punish people based on performance, I'm not saying we're not going to... all I'm saying is this: just because you performed bad on a contest doesn't mean you're going to get fired. Nothing's going to happen to you, trust me on that. But make sure to attend the contest, make sure to do your best. We want people who do their best, because we guarantee that if you do your best, if you give it all you've got, you are going to be performing well.
Okay.
But
okay.
if you
Thank
don't
you
abide by the
clearing.
policy, yeah, sure. But if you don't abide by the policy, if you don't attend the sessions, then we will have to let you go. Not just you, I'm just saying in general, all right? Okay. Firal is raising his hand.
Yeah, so thank you, Galata. So I just wanted to add a bit on what you said. So as Galata said, here at A2SV, we never punish anyone for performing badly or anything. It's like, if you actually think about it, you guys are here to learn, and what matters to us is to see you guys grow. And what we can guarantee is, as long as you guys stick with this program, as anybody that has stuck with this program in the past, you're gonna see yourself growing, and us in the background, we're gonna see the numbers that show us that you're doing well. So in terms of the policies that we have in terms of attendance, consistency, and everything, these things are a small, in comparison, of course, a small thing that we ask in return of what we give you guys, which is high quality tech education, which isn't found in a lot of places, especially in our continent. So you're gonna see that everything that we ask you is just things that are gonna be a catalyst to propel you to your future. nothing else. Your attendance, everything is gonna be teaching you how to stick with things, how to make the most out of what we give out here. And yeah, in terms of like getting filtered and everything, the one thing you're gonna get filtered for is gonna be your commitment or your consistency with A2SV. Anything else, if you're not performing well, that just gives us more incentive to help you, to come close to you and to help you. You're gonna see this with your heads of education, you're gonna see this with your peers and everything. So contests and everything that we do, even though it seems like it's harsh at first, it might feel like that, I don't know, for some students it was certainly harsh for me initially when I was a student, but as time goes, you're gonna see that everything we do here is in like comes from a good place, comes from a place of wanting to make you guys better, and in the long term you're gonna see that it is exactly that what we're trying to do. So yeah, I know it might be overwhelming initially, but you're gonna get used to it. Thank you, Colin. I just wanted to say this.
I couldn't have said it better. Thank you, Firal. Okay. So, is there any more questions before I continue? Yes, Ralph.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got a little issue. I have 2 days in the week where I finish my studies like 20 minutes after the beginning of the sessions. Is it okay to just attend after those 20 minutes?
Oh, please reach out to me on Telegram, and we'll take a look at your case personally, and we'll let you know that.
Okay, thanks.
All right, sure. Please make sure to remember to reach out to me on Telegram. Okay, so we're gonna be having more time for Q&A later on, but let's just move on to the slide. Oh yeah, definitely. We will take attendance into consideration, and we do take attendance. You're gonna see your attendance when you guys. We're gonna be having we're gonna have a briefing tomorrow on tomorrow's session. So just as an announcement, we're gonna have a session tomorrow as well. So every single day except on Wednesdays and Sundays, we have sessions. We'll send out the calendar invites. All right, so we'll announce it tomorrow. So let's just continue in that case. Okay, so after we finish the onboarding phase, which is going to be lasting for 4 weeks, we're going to be continuing to So we're going to be continuing to the first education phase. The objective for this is to cover basic data structures and algorithm topics like sorting, two-pointers, linked list stacks, queues, and monotonic stacks. Monotonic queues. Technically, it's monotonicity. So the major activities are going to be lectures, practice sessions where you will be solving different data structures and algorithm problems on different platforms such as LeetCode, HackerRank, Codeforce. We're going to be having pair and triad programming sessions. So you're going to be paired among your group, and then you're going to be given a problem to solve in a limited amount of time. Or a triad programming is to mimic the in-person education, as you guys are going to be grouped into a group of 3, and then you try to solve different problems and try to help each other out. We are also going to be having contests on Codeforces every Saturday. Starting from this Saturday, we have a contest on Codeforce as well. And then we're going to be having contest analysis, meaning we're going to be solving the contest questions together. And we're also going to be having virtual moonwalks where you will be paired. And then we're just going to talk about your life, getting to know each other, who you guys are, where you're from, whatever it is you want to share, because that's going to work. That's very important for your communication skills, because your communication skills are very, very, very important when it comes to, especially when you are a software engineer, because it's not just about the technical skills now. Lots of people have the technical skills. Even AI has the technical skills, but you have to incorporate your communication skill, and the moonwalks are going to help with that. And then after that, we're going to be having the first camp, which is going to be lasting for about 6 weeks. And it's going to be starting from April until May, until mid-May, start of April until mid of May. And it's going to be very intensive. We have a saying that says, camp is where the magic happens at A2SV. And the major activities are the same, but the issue is here is going to be more demanding when it comes to camp phase. We have additional 30 more minutes to our session instead of just 3 hours. All right, to continue to second education phase, All right, like give me a minute. There's some kind of a noise. All right, sorry about that, guys. Let's just continue to the second education phase. I would say this is going to be the longest one, and it's going to be 13 weeks, and we're going to be cover more data structures and algorithms such as sorting to bitwise, numerics, graphs, DFS, BFS, heaps, top sort, disjoint sets. Multiple topics that are very, very important for your technical interviews. It's going to be very long. I'm not going to lie, it's going to be a bit tiresome, but trust me, once you get through this phase, you are going to be a huge, like you're going to see a huge improvement when it comes to your data structures and algorithm solving skills. And for that to happen, you need to start working on your data structures and algorithm skills starting from today. You need to practice every day, not just joining the sessions, but like working on the skills on your free time, on the time outside of the session, because it's not just the education, it's not just during the sessions that this magic is going to happen. It also happens outside of the sessions. So in fact, I would say those are the most important ones. All right, so with that said, we are going to go to the final camp. The objective for this is going to be a more intensive version of the first camp. It's going to be very demanding, especially in the topics. Like we're going to be covering greedy, dynamic programming algorithms, and different other advanced string algorithms as well. So the major activities are lectures, practice sessions, pair or triad programming contest, and virtual moonwalks. But this time it's actually more intensive, and you can consider it as the last punch we have. Like as the last trick we have at this. It's our last shot. So by the end of the final camp, we want you to become better problem solvers. So for questions and concerns, please, we will have a Q&A session at the end. So make sure to write them down so that you don't forget. All right. So, and last but not least, we also have the project phase, in which we'll be learning industry standards in software development for front end, mobile application, back end, you name it, like I said, and we have it. We also have CI/CD, good practices in software development, learning how to use collaborative tools such as Git, multiple Jira as well for task tracking. So aside from the development, so this is going to be lasting for about 1 month and a half, where you will also be working on a test project, which is going to be like a kind of a start for our second year education, which is mainly going to be focused on development and also different kind of tech stacks as well, including DevOps, for that matter. So teams we've got during the project phase, we have teams such as product team, web team, UI UX, backend, and mobile application teams. So you're going to be divided into these teams, and then you're going to be working on those projects. So this is going to be at the end of our education season. All right, and last, which is going to be, I would say, one of the most important phase, which is going to be the interview phase. So this phase is where you get to interview with top tech companies. But for this to happen, you need to have a really good resume. So we're going to be having resume polishing sessions. We're going to be doing mock interviews. We're going to be doing internal interviews, which means like internal interviews are like, I would say, your final year project or your final exam. So it's an interview that's going to be given by A2SV for you guys. So we're going to interview you guys again. So we interviewed you guys when you joined, and we're going to interview again when you're about to leave. So if you pass the internal interview, we're going to be giving you a certificate of completion from A2SV for completing the first year education phase. And you will also be having the privilege of putting A2SV on your resumes, on your LinkedIn, and also applying through A2SV to top tech companies for the opportunities that we get from our partners, if you pass the internal interviews. And preparation to meet application requirements, we're going to be polishing your resumes again and again. We're going to be giving feedbacks, and we're also going to be having coding challenge and interviews. So the coding challenge, we're probably going to be using Code Signal for this as well, but top tech companies are also going to be using those in different interviews. So it's going to be lasting from November until December, but the start is actually, maybe I would say, by the end of October instead of exact November. All right. So second year at A2SV, just to give you a brief interview of what a second year is going to look like. This is completely optional. Not every single one of you have to join for this one. But if you want to join second year at A2SV, we are going to be working on a real world projects. So during our project phase, we're going to be working
projects or anywhere else. So you learn best practices in everything. So that you get the industry experience as well from A2SV. Okay, who's next?
I don't think we have the time for lots of people.
Okay, let's just
maybe. Yeah.
Let's go to Bob Kerr, I guess.
Okay, I just have one question, please. How could you describe the intensity of work and the discipline that you put during all the journey of A2SV and the moments that you get the job from Google?
The intensity. So, like, so in A2SV, when we're students, we dedicate 3 hours of our day to the A2SV education, and you will learn so many soft skills that will help you to be focused and to be very productive at those hours. So like at those hours, you'll be focused and you'll be very productive. And I really recommend to practice on other hours as well, like after the sessions are over or like early in the morning. Dedicating more hours will only help you to grow more. I like coding early in the morning, especially problem solving. So if anyone's like, I suggest you guys to solve like early in the morning.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Mahmoud is last.
Yeah. Okay. Answer Muhammad's Muhammad Gassim. You mean Muhammad? Oh, Muhammad Ali.
Ali, yeah.
Muhammad Ali. Okay. All right. Continue.
Mahmoud.
Okay, go on, Mahmoud.
Okay, I have 2 questions. So in the project phase, how we have any like of machine learning, deep learning, or just mobile or web development? This is the first question. And the second question, if I have other course talking about technology in AI, machine learning, so what do you prefer? What do you suggest me to do? Is to focus on data structure and algorithms, or and postpone this course, or get into and dive into these 2 things? Thank you.
Okay. I didn't understand the second problem very well, but like let me answer the first one. Concerning machine learning, we have the pauses for, I think like Greta is best for answering this, but like we have front end, back end, mobile, and machine learning on the project phases. There will be learning phase first, where you get to learn the technologies, and there will be like an actual project phase where you participate on building a project in a team. I didn't really get the second question, but if you are asking if data structure and algorithm are really important, I would say they are very important. You need to focus on them until you master them very well. Then I wouldn't say leave everything else. You can keep both together, right? You can still learn other things and data structure and algorithm also. Back to you, Greta. Thanks so much, everyone.
All right. Thank you so much, Taswish. I'm truly sorry, Mohammed Gassim and Shad Al Said, Iman Gamal, Marek, for the questions. I know you guys have lots of questions, but trust me, like, it's not going to be the last time you're going to see Taswish, okay? It's going to come. We will also have other experienced people who are going to be sharing their experience soon. And during our sessions, you can also ask them. But due to time constraint, we're going to have to continue with the presentation. But I guarantee you it's not the last time you're going to see Tasfai again. All right. Thank you, Tasfai, so much. Let's all give him a round of applause. Thank you, Tasfai. All right. So in that case, let's continue to the presentation. And now I would like for every single one of you to meet your heads of education. we're going to be continuing to G6A heads, which is going to be Nahom Amara. He's actually our lead head of education for remote. And we have Yosef Shemelis Berru, head of education intern. So Nahom, do you have like maybe a few words to say?
Yeah. Okay, Galata. Yeah, I think I should start from the beginning and of my A2SV journey. So my A2SV journey started over 2 years ago when I joined the in-person education generation 4. And there I managed to get a year-long data structures and algorithms course. And after completing that, I continued into the second year where I managed to work on on projects. I was mainly focused on backend development using the .NET framework. But unfortunately, I couldn't finish my second year education journey because I had the chance to join the remote education squad. And at the remote education squad, I managed to contribute to the education effort of G5 students, which we wrapped up around like a couple of months ago. And I also participated in the recruitment process of you guys for the G6 education, and now we are on the verge of starting our G6 education. So at the moment, I'll be serving as a head of education and also as a lead for the remote education squad. So I guess I should say like a few words, like words of wisdom, as Galata put it earlier, to help you with your education journey. So as I've said, I had over 2 years of experience as both a student and as a head. And an important lesson I would say I have learned during this time is the fact that you have to approach your data structures and algorithms education course with the same mindset that you do with your university education or your normal academic classes. So they have both the same components. They involve strict practice and first strict learning and practice. So you have to take both these two steps seriously to actually become successful at data structures and algorithms. So first you have to learn specific data structures and algorithms that you'll be learning carefully and intimately, and make sure that you actually grasp the full picture of these algorithms and data structures. And then you do your practice. You do your practice to cement this understanding and to make sure that you know how to actually use these data structures and algorithms. And the most important thing is you do both steps with the same seriousness that you give to your normal education classes, because I know all of you give you give a high place to your academic courses and things like that. I see students studying extremely hard, absorbing lots of information in such a small amount of time when the exams approach and things like that. So if you apply that same strictness to your courses, to your education at A2SV, I am pretty sure that the coming year of data structures and algorithms education that you will receive from us will be fruitful, and you'll have a great year, and you'll be masters of data structures and algorithms. So that's what I want to say. Approach it with the same strictness that you approach your normal education at the uni, basically. So yeah, that's what I would say, and I'm very excited to be your head, and I expect great things from all of you. And thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Nahom. Since he's the lead, he had the privilege to speak for a long time. But for the other heads, please make sure to make it brief. Yosef Shmelis, would you like to introduce yourself and share a word of wisdom, or a sentence actually?
Okay, my name is Hir, so Yosef Shemelis, and I'm a final year software engineering student also, and I've been in A2SV for about 2 years. So I had the privilege to both attend the first year and the second year education in A2SV. So And then I'm also excited to be your head of education. And then I'm excited to be part of the journey that you're about to start. So yeah, I think we'll have a great time together. See you.
All right. Thank you, Yosef. Let's go to G6B heads. Nawal Kasnet and Laikun Burhanu. Nawal Kasnet, join the meeting.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Noel Kasunat. I was in G5 ASTO, and I was also a community coordinator at A2SV. So I hope we're gonna have a great time with my students and each of you. And I look forward to get to know each other with my student and with other heads. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Nawal. Laikun.
Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. My name is Laikun. I was a G5 student as well, like my peers. And I'm a fourth year electrical and computer engineering student, which means like I'm a junior. And fun fact about me that I must share is I like asking questions a lot. You know, like that's the students grade that, but teachers want to ask. So yeah, those of you students who are assigned to me, you're gonna have a tough time. But yeah, any advice that I might give besides that is I want to reach I want you to reach out to your heads, especially when you are encountered with a heart problem. And you know, like the magic words in A2SV is gonna be being consistent. You have heard it so many times before. And also, upon completing contests, I want you to try to absorb the contest problem. That goes without saying, because like you learn a lot by absorbing a question, and and also like, go beyond what's expected of you. And another thing that I might add is my favorite data structure is tree. I'm definitely gonna give you a lecture on that one. And just gonna be a welcoming community, and I just want to just like be in the community and build friendships and just push each other along the way. And yeah, we will see how it goes from this point on. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Laikun. Those are some inspiring words. D5C, Nawal Daba and Brooke Salomon. Brooke Salomon is actually a previous remote education student who's currently become a remote head of education as well. So Nawal, would you like to share some stuff?
Hey everyone. So my name is Nawal Daba.
Can you speak a bit louder? No, I'm sorry.
Am I audible now?
A bit, maybe. Could you speak again?
What? Hello?
Yes, okay. Now it's better. Speak louder, yeah, like that. Nawal. So maybe until Nawal comes back, we can continue with Brooke.
So good evening, everyone. My name is Brooke Solomon. I was a previous remote student, currently turned head. And if I had to say one thing and give one advice, it would be that to trust your educational heads, because the picking process for your head, it wasn't just who performed the best in contests and they just like, oh, you performed the best, come teach people. There was a rigorous process in selecting your teachers, seeing how well you explained topics, how we would prepare slides. And I would say your teachers are really well fit to explain the topics that are hard. So if there's anything you didn't understand, if there's anything that's hard to comprehend, feel free to ask, because that's one of the criteria as heads we are required to be assistful and helpful. So feel free to ask any questions. I'm sure any of your heads will be loving and accommodating if you approach them. So just do that. So that would be the one advice I'll leave you. Hopefully now all is fixed by now.
All right, Nawal. Thank you, Brooke. Do we have Noel with us? Okay. In that case, let's continue with 5D heads, Belair and Asher. Belair, would you like to share some word of wisdom?
Okay, hello. My name is Belair Masai, and I'm currently a fourth-year AI student at AIT. Yeah, I'm gonna be your head. Yeah, that's it. What else should I say? Okay, good.
What, like any word of wisdom would be nice.
Wisdom. Okay, so stay consistent with what you do. Enjoy what you do, because if you don't enjoy it at the end of the day, you're not gonna get any better than that you are at the moment. So enjoy what you do and believe what you do and believe in, on yourself, and then you can achieve anything. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Asher?
Okay. Yeah. So thank you, Galata. Hey everyone, my name is Asher Samuel. I was a previous year A2SV student myself. And one thing I want to say to you guys is take this opportunity very seriously. If you use it well, you're going to benefit a lot of things, not just on the technical parts, but also when it comes to teamwork and communication. So this is a great opportunity, and I think you should take it very seriously, be very consistent. That's where you'll see the real results. Yeah, thank you. We're going to have a great time.
Awesome. Thank you, Asher. So to make it quick, let's continue with G6E heads, Yerusalem and Tamaru. Yerusalem.
Yeah. Okay. So my name is Yerusalem Kidane. I'm a fourth-year software engineering student at Addis Ababa Science and Technology University, and I'm also a G5. I was a G5 student at A2SV. And for word of wisdom, I would say try to be consistent as much as possible, and also try asking a lot of questions, since I believe you learn a lot more if you try to ask other persons. And I really want to personally say welcome to A2SV.
Nice. Tamaru?
Okay, thank you, Galata, and everyone joining the meeting. So, yeah, I'm a fourth-year software engineering student at Addis Ababa University, and also I joined A2SV 1.5 years ago because I started from community education, then got promoted to in-person education at AIT Muskilo, and currently I'm here serving as an intern for the head of education. And you'll hear a lot about consistency in A2SV because like it's really important, not only in the problem solving aspect, but also in the communication skills and all those soft skills that we'll be having. Like this consistency will follow. So keep that in your mind, and I really hope to have a good time with you guys, and have a nice one.
All right. Thank you so much, Tam Roswell. G6F heads Nuruddin and Muhammad Yasser. Nuruddin. If you're in the call.
Okay, thank you, Galata. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Nuruddin Badru, and I'm already graduated from Addis Ababa University last year, and I was the 53 student in AIT, and I want to say, be constant, and I'm sure you guys see the result, and me and Mohammed are waiting for you with much love and more surprises, and be constant, and we will see the result, and we will be the best in this education. And that's all.
All right. I don't know what the other groups are going to say for that. but
Yeah,
sure,
really
sure,
good at it.
Nuruddin. All right, all right. Muhammad Yasser, he's a previous remote student from
Yes.
Egypt.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, Muhammad.
Yeah, so my name is Muhammad Yasser Shirbini, as you can see, but I would like to call me Shirbini. So I was an G5 student, as Greta said, and just to not make this more longer to you guys, I believe, as Noor said, this we are going to be the best group here among all of the groups. I'm seeing Brookshaw doesn't like that, but I guess we will be the best. Yeah, and one additional information: I am at my last year here in Misr University. If anyone of you guys know it here in Egypt, and yes, thank you.
All right, thank you. I hope the next squad are going to be saying we're going to be the best as well. All right, we'll see. So G6G heads are going to be Nasia Abdullah and Nathaniel Necho Ubat. So Nasia.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
I am Nasia Abdullah. You can call me Nas. I am a fourth year computer science engineering, fifth year computer science engineering student, and I was also G5 Adama in-person education student. And in this year, I am going to be a head of education intern for G6G, the group. I hope we all are going to have a nice year of education. That's it.
All right. Thank you, Nasir. Nathaniel.
Hello everyone. My name is Nathaniel Nejo, and I was a G56 student at A2SV, and I'm a fourth year software engineering student at Addis Ababa Science and Technology University. One thing I want to mention is I encourage open communication. Feel free to reach out to me anytime about anything. It may be on LinkedIn or Telegram. Just reach out to me, and I hope it will be a great year. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, both Nasir and Nathaniel. For G5, G6H, I'm sorry, I keep saying G5 because I was a professor of G5. G6H is Abenezer Warkana and Leah Daniel. Abenezer, would you like to share some words of wisdom?
Hello, my name is Abenezer, as you can see. I was part of the in-person education at ASTU, the Addis Ababa Science and Technology University. What I'm going to say is that G6H is going to be the best, and I hope everyone in my class makes every day count. If you make your opportunity count at A2SV, you're going to be at a great place. So that's all.
Awesome. Leah?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so my name is Leah Daniel. I was a G552 student, and now I'm going to be a remote head of education intern. I am a fourth year software engineering student at AIT. So yeah, I guess something to say is I guess all of the other heads have said it again and again, but it's consistency. It's just the most important thing, I guess. So I guess just be consistent and persistent. No matter how tired you guys are or whatever, just don't let a day go by without doing at least one question, even if it just makes you want to give up sometimes. So yeah, and aside from that, try to always reach out to us. We're always open, and yeah, I think we're gonna have a great year. So thank you.
All right. Thank you for that, Leah, as well, and Abenezer. We're wrapping up. Don't worry, guys. We're almost there. So Johannes Dagafa and Yoel Tella, would you like to share some words of wisdom? Johannes, if you can hear us.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, my name is Johannes Legafa. I was kids Generation 5 student, and now I'm going to be head of education intern for G6I students, and I'm very happy to be here today because this is such one of the greatest day of my life because I'm going to shape the future of our students. Will be going to. We have what it takes to be the best. So every students of every one of my students be prepared to.
I think you. Is it from my side or you guys can hear?
No, Gelata. Same here. We don't hear him. Maybe we can get back to him.
All right. Ayuel, in that case.
Okay. Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to congratulate you on reaching on this stage. And I was a student in G5 in-person education. And now I am head of education for Group I. And if you guys have a dream to work in a big tech company, this is the right place to start your journey. And we are going to have a lot of fun. And I am happy to guide you through it. Thank you.
All right, awesome. One person said, "You're one of my connections, Johannes Dagafa, and I saw your lead code, and it's truly inspiring." So just so you know, Johannes Dagafa is, I would say, the person who solved lots of problems in a single year at A2SV. Without, if I'm not mistaken, around 1,500 problems. That's a mad genius. So G6I heads, G6I students, I think you guys are lucky. Every other group as well. You guys are lucky. Okay, you got good heads. All right. Okay. I'm a bit biased, so I'm sorry. Let's continue in that case. Okay. So G6J is gonna continue. Maruf and Mulgeta Salamon, both previous remote students. Maruf has been with us for the past 1 year as head of education. Maruf, would you like to share some words of wisdom?
Okay, thank you. As Galata said, my name is Maruf. I was head of education maybe last year and this year as well. So maybe one word of wisdom might be like, A2SV is not a kind of program where you get to see your mentor once a week. Yeah, the number of encounters we might have with you is crazy. So it might get over your head. So please try to get used to it. Yeah, and yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you, Maruf. Mulgeta.
Thank you, Galata. Hi, everyone. My name is Mulgeta. I'm from Ethiopia, and I was a student at G5, remote. One weird word of advice I have for you. I think everything has been said. So I'll just say, focus on mastering the basics because that will add up to the most sophisticated and advanced data structures. And like everybody said, be consistent, try to solve at least one problem a day, and don't be discouraged by mistakes because mistakes are lessons in disguise. So yeah. Wish you a great time ahead. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mulgeta and Maruf. G6K heads. We've got Zarihun, Firal, and Dylan. Firal is joining us. He's a deputy lead of remote education. He's going to be moving to second year education, but for the meantime, he's going to be helping out with G6. So let's start from Darihun Girma. If you're in the meeting.
Okay, hey guys. So there is no light, I guess. So my name is Arim Girma. I've been with the remote team for 2 years. So the first year I was a student, and in the second year I was head of education. So You guys are having words of wisdom, right? Galata.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if I could call it words of wisdom, but try not to miss lecture day and ask a question. So your heads are here to help. So yeah, that's it.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Firal.
Can you guys hear me, Galata?
Yes, we can hear you.
I've been trying to turn on my camera for a while, but it just keeps on turning off.
It's fine.
Okay, I guess you guys are talking about words of wisdom. So, first off, my name is Firar. I've been part of the A2SV family for the past year as a head of education, and almost a year before that. Since 2022, I've been part of A2SV as a student and now as head of education. And it's been fun. I was the head of education for five G5 students. Muhammad Yasir, the one that you guys met earlier, he was my student. Yeah. So I don't know if this is a word of wisdom, but I would say is have fun. I'm known around my students or like the students of G5 as being the fun guy, I guess. But I would say that matters. I do that because I believe it matters. Like everything that you guys do throughout here, it is usually like difficult to keep track of. It's like it's consistency. It's like lectures. It's contests. It's everything, and I think that hides the fact that everything is supposed to be enjoyed. Fun guy. It's I don't know. I don't want to call myself the clown, the class clown or something. But yes, very, very self-claimed. Yes. I do pride myself in the fact that I am a very funny person. But anyways, like as I was saying before, it's like the fact that we go we go over and over on the things that we've mentioned earlier, like consistency and like commitment and everything, but that has no intention of taking away from the fact that everything is supposed to be enjoyed. I think you can go a long way if you like doing what you do, and if you like doing what you do for the fact that the fact that you're doing it for not anything else. I think you can go a long way, and that's what I saw in myself, because liking what I do actually helped me go further than trying to look at the results that I might get in the future. That's how I will say. It's like have fun throughout what you're doing, and I can promise you that even though there are gonna be a lot of ups and downs, overall you're gonna retrospectively you're gonna look back and you're gonna end up missing what you do here, whether the good or the bad. That's what I like to say. Yeah, thank you, Galata.
All right, thank you, Firar. Dylan, he's our hackathon finalist, by the way. Would you like to share some words of wisdom as well?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Dylan. I was a G5G student last year, and now I'm a head of education. And funnily enough, Zeron was also my head last year, so I'm teaching with him this year. It's crazy. And yeah, G5G was the best. So yeah. And what else? I don't have any words of advice because everything has been said. I think the main thing I can say is to not give up. Always trust yourself, trust the process, and it will work out. Yeah, that's it from me.
All right, thank you, Dylan, as well. Our last group is G6L. We've got Yabsa Gaifat, and Mika Cedros, who was a previous remote student as well. Yeah, Absaga.
Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I was part of A2SV